A warm welcome once again to V.S.L Concept ICT Academy's YouTube channel. Yes, the one and only channel that gives you all the tips and hacks as to how you can make legal money on the internet, one, and also how you can promote your business. In this video, guys, I'll be showing you exactly how to professionally run Instagram adverts. Yes, I mentioned professionally. Does that mean that you can run ads on Instagram but not in a professional way? Yes. And what does that mean? You would not get professional results. Yes, you will not make sales of that product exactly how you want to make those sales. So if you know that you have a product or a service you want to promote on Instagram and you want to learn how to run it in a professional way, stick around in this video, because right here I'll be giving you all the tips that you need and the secrets, professional secrets that would help you run ads in a very profitable way. But what does it mean for someone to run ads on Instagram and it will be in an unprofessional way, a way that you would not get results? Very simple. You just log into your Instagram app and down there you are going to see boost posts. The next thing you do, you click on boost posts and then you put in your money, wasting your money, giving Meta an opportunity to eat your money. So that is a very unprofessional way of you running adverts on Instagram, because you would not be able to put in some settings that would optimize that advert for results. Yes, you won't be able to do that if you do that. So for you to actually learn how to professionally set up adverts on Instagram, come on guys, this video is your one and only latest guide that will do that for you. I'm sure you might be wondering, what are the basic requirements for you to professionally run adverts on Instagram that would give you results immediately? Guys, you need just two things. Just two things. One, your Instagram account, which I know you already have access to. And you need a Meta Business Manager account. Now, what is a Meta Business Manager account? Now, this is a business manager account where you can run professional adverts on Facebook and on Instagram. But we are talking about Instagram right now. So how do you actually get this professional Meta Business Manager account? Very easy. I won't be going into those details right now in this video. I have created a video where I mentioned step by step how to run adverts on Instagram. In that video, I mentioned how to create your business manager account. Now, the link of that video is in the description below. Do well to watch that video after watching this one, so you can see how to get that business manager account in just 2 minutes. It is not difficult. Very easy. So that video will guide you to getting the second requirement that you actually need for you to set up a professional Instagram adverts. Now, once you are logged into your business manager account, you would have access to what? Your ads account. Now, this ads account is basically where we'll be doing all of this magic. This is where we'll be professionally running these adverts on Instagram. And over here on your screen, you can actually see a preview of what the ads manager account looks like. So you should not for any reason go and boost post on Instagram. You are wasting your money. This is the professional means that Meta have designed that you can actually do what? Run adverts on Instagram. Now, before I continue this process that is step by step, holding you by the hand, I want to give a shout out to the winner of our last video. Now, in that last video, we mentioned that whoever is going to mention when those emojis dropped on the screen, the person stands a chance to win a mind-blowing prize from us. And I am super excited to congratulate Angel Moses. Yes, Angel Moses, you were the very first person to mention when those emojis dropped on the screen, and yes, you have won a special prize. Do also contact us on the number you are seeing on your screen so that you can actually get your prize. You watching this video stand a chance to win a mind-blowing prize if you watch this video from the beginning to the end and then tell us when we drop emojis on the video. Mention the exact time when it dropped and tell us the emojis we dropped. Yes, you stand the chance to win a mind-blowing prize from us. So right here on your ads manager, there are 3 basic things that you need to give thorough attention to if you are viewing this or coming to this page for the very first time. What are these 3 things? We have the campaigns, 1. We have the ad sets, 2, and thirdly, we have the ads. So what are these 3 things? How do we actually explain these 3 things that are very, very important that you understand in a way that you understand them? Now, in the process of creating your very first ad, the very first thing you have to create is a campaign. What is a campaign? The campaign basically is just a name that you give to your proposed ads you want to run. Take for example, we run an ICT Academy and we want to run an advert for our website design physical program. Now, what does this mean? We are going to create a campaign and name that campaign what? Website design training. So that's a campaign. Now, how do we want these campaigns to run? It will now take us over to the second section that is called the ads settings. Ad settings. And in this case, it is called the ad set. So basically, in this section, this is where you put in all the settings of this campaign that you have created. Take for example, you want this ad to run to persons who are interested in web design alone, or you want this ad to run to persons who are actually interested in graphics design. All of these you can set in this ad setting. Now, what's more, over here you can decide to have different ad settings so you can see the one that performs better and allow that ad to run. Now, after putting in the ad setting, you can now go over to set up the ads that people would see. Now, while you are posting a post on Instagram, you would not have the opportunity to work on these ad settings professionally. Guys, let's head on into practical so you can see exactly how I'm going to set up this ad in a professional way. So the very first thing to do is to come here and click on create. Remember, what is the first thing we are creating? We are creating a campaign. And in this case, we are calling that campaign website design training. So just understand that the very first thing you create is your what? Campaign. And it starts with creating your campaign objective. Now, what is your campaign objective? Simply put, the campaign objective is what you plan to achieve at the end of the day. Now, basically, there are 2 main campaign objectives that you would want to optimize for. What are these campaign objectives? The very first one is the lead campaign objective that you can see here, and the second one is what? The sales campaign objective. Now, if you run a service-based business, you might want to run the lead campaign objective. Now, what can you get from this leads campaign objective? 1, you will get people that will fill in their details for you to contact them later. Now, secondly, if you're actually running an e-commerce store, buying and selling online, you can actually run a sales campaign objective. And what would you get from this? People will pay you money in exchange for your goods and services. So this optimization process is something that you may not find while you are posting your regular posts on Instagram. Of course, we have other campaign optimization options, which is awareness. Probably you want to get awareness for your brand. You can run ads on this. Now we have traffic. Probably you want to send people directly to a website. We have engagement. You want post likes. You want post shares, video views, and the rest of them. And then we have app promotions. All of these are other optimization objectives or campaign objectives that you can choose while setting up your campaign. I'm sure you might wonder, why am I recommending just leads and sales for your Instagram ads? Guys, for one good reason. Traffic is basically to send people to your website, people to your sales page. It does not guarantee sales, but leads and sales is actually optimized for what? Making sales. What do I mean? Now, when you set up a traffic ad on Instagram, basically you are telling Instagram to show your adverts to persons who will click on your adverts. So Instagram is going to charge you per click. But when you run a leads objective, you are saying that Instagram should show your ads to persons who will fill that form and submit their details to you. So what happens? Instagram is going to charge you for only persons who fill that form, who clicked on that submit button. They are only going to charge you for that. And for the sales, Instagram is going to charge you for only persons who sees your thank you page. Now, for someone to see your thank you page, it therefore means that the person must have purchased from you. I hope you get the point. So you see the reason why it is highly recommended that you run leads and sales campaign objectives. The traffic is just there to send people to your website, but these two are there to be optimized for sales. And now we are not saying that all of these other campaign objectives are not important. They are very important, but we are talking about you making sales. Remember that I mentioned that Instagram is actually going to charge you for persons who take the action that you want them to take. Take for example, for this training offer or ads we want to run, for this web design training, we are running this training for a physical class. So it means that what we actually want is what? Leads. So we are actually going to run these ads, optimizing it for leads. So people should fill out the information and we would contact them. What do I need? I either need an instant form that they will fill on Instagram, or I take them away from Instagram and tell them to fill a form on my website. Now, for Instagram to actually count the number of persons and know when they fill that form, something is required. It is something that we call the Meta or Facebook pixel. Yes, what is this pixel? I have mentioned this severally on my channel, what pixel is. So simply put, pixel is a police that is installed on your web page. Now what that police does is it tracks every information that happens on your website. Now I have made a full comprehensive video showing you how to install Facebook pixel on your own business manager account. That video is also in the description below. So make sure after watching this video, you go back, watch that video, now come back and watch this video again so you can implement these steps. So the summary of what we have just said is that for you to run ads that is aimed or optimized for a particular action, you must have Facebook pixel installed and set up correctly. So the campaign objective that we'll actually be using for this ad is what? A leads campaign objective. So we'll do that and we'll click on what? Continue. So once this comes up, click on manual lead campaign for you to actually put in your settings and control how everything works. Click on manual and then you are good to go. So once this page opens up, it opens us a page for you to actually set up those three things I mentioned. We have the campaign, which is this one up here. We have the ad sets, this one, and now we have what? The ads. I explained to you earlier how these three things work. We are going to practicalize them now. So over here, this dialog opens up this page for us to set up this campaign. And what campaign we want to set up? We can just say web design leads. Web design leads as the campaign name. Now we'll go down there. These are special categories. What are they? If for any reason your advert falls into any of this category, you need to come and click that it falls into this category. Else, Meta would ban your business account. So I recommend, if you are running ads that talks about credit card offers, vehicle loans, long-term financial, and the rest of them, click on this credit. For employment, click on this. Housing, click on this. Social. But this ads we are running does not fall into any of this category. Next of what you can see is the A and B test. Now, what does this A and B test mean? It is basically you split testing the ads and the rest of them. But all of this is not important for this beginner level. And the very next thing that you want to look at is this advantage campaign budget. Now, what does this advantage campaign budget mean? Remember I mentioned that you can actually create one campaign, and under that one campaign, you can have different ad sets. Let's say like 5 different ad sets. They are the same ads, but they have different what? Settings. Now, once you turn on this advantage campaign budget, it would give this whole campaign an overall budget. Now, what is the advantage of this? It will look at all the ad sets that you have created. It will split your budget among all of them. The ad set that is actually performing better, it will invest more of your ad set or your budget into that ad set. Now, if you leave this off, it means that you're actually going to be creating different budgets for all of these ad sets that we'll be working with right now. So I always recommend you turn on what? Advantage campaign budget, because we want to have just one budget for all the ads we're going to create under this campaign, and we want a larger part of our budget to be invested on the ads or the ad set that is performing best. And we scroll down here to enter our budget. Yes, I've received so many questions from people asking, what should be my budget? Guys, your budget can be anything. Your budget can be 1 million naira daily. Your budget can be 1,000 naira daily, can be 500 naira daily. It depends on the size of your business. And it also depends on the quality of ads that you want to run. So I recommend that you run ads for this first time with an amount that will be easy for you to lose. Yes, an amount that you are ready to lose. So if you know that losing 50,000 for split testing or seeing how the ads work is not a problem for you, you can put in 50K. If you know that losing 1 million naira is not a problem for you, you can put in 1 million naira for this beginner stage. If you know that your limit is 500 naira, 1,000 naira, also do well to put in that. So the budget depends on your pocket, what you are willing to lose at this beginning stage. You should also know that the amount of money you put into the ad will be highly equivalent or proportional to the amount of results that you would get. So I'm just going to put in 5,000 naira here as a budget. 5,000 naira here as a daily budget. Remember, this is a campaign budget. So this is going to be spread across all the ad sets that I'll be creating under this advert. Now click on next. So from the first section, we have professionally set up the campaign objective. Lead ad for web design, that is what we are creating. Now for this second section, it talks about the settings of the ad. What kind of settings are we talking about? Yes, we are talking about settings like where do you want people to go to when they click on the ad. Setting number 1. Settings like who should see your ad, what age range, and the rest of them. All of these are settings that we can add to this ad. And over here on the ad set section is where we are actually going to create these settings. So the very first thing you want to do is to name your ad set. But I recently now do it as the last thing. You find out why. Now the very next setting you want to put in is when someone sees your advert and clicks on it, where should the person be taken to? Now we can take the person to your website, a landing page, or your sales page, or you can build an instant form. You see what this form looks like? Yes. Once you set up using this instant form and they click on it, they will be able to fill in their information there on Instagram, and then you receive their information. And over here we have Messenger, Instagram, and the rest of them. But what we'll be giving attention to now is this instant form and your website. I recommend that you have a landing page or a sales page that is beautifully designed that would attract people to your ad. Now, if for any reason you do not know how to design a landing page, I have a video on this channel showing you a step-by-step guide on how to design a very beautiful landing or sales page. You can do well to watch that video after this video. So instead of instant forms, we're actually going to be using what? Websites. So we'll put in a link to our landing page, we'll send the traffic there, they fill out the form there. Remember, for you to actually run these conversion ads, your pixel must be set up correctly. And how do you do that? I already gave you a video on how to set up your pixel correctly in the description below. So right now we'll come over here, click on website, and we go down. When we go down over here, performance goal, we want to maximize number of conversions, perfect. And now we'll go over to what? Conversion events. Conversion events. So what does this conversion event mean? Basically, it's saying the action that you want this advert to be optimized for. And over here we have what? Leads. So you must have set up this your leads event professionally before you would be able to click this. Again, that video would guide you on how to do that. Now we'll go down and we click on what? Budget schedule. So this is basically you scheduling your ads. For me, I really do not do anything here because I want the ads to run for a very long time. And over here we'll go over to audiences. Now because this is a new account, you do not have any saved audience. So we can now go over and put in an audience. So remember, this is a website design training. So I want to ask myself, so who are the people that I actually want to target on this training? What are their age like? Now, split testing will actually give you the accurate demography. But for me, I usually work with ages between what? 18 to 35 or 18 to 40. So just see how you can work around it. When you split test, you'll be able to know the perfect age that works for you, and then you use that age. Gender definitely is all gender, and over here we'll come to what? Detailed targeting. So what do you do here? This is where you now put in keywords relating to what you want. So I can just search web design, and over here I can see web design as interests. So I'll click on web design as interest. Automatically I'm saying that this advert should only show to persons who are interested in what? Website design. Now you can actually decide to add some more targeting options to this, but for split testing purposes, I'm just going to leave this one. Now we're going to duplicate this same ad and target another people as we move forward in this. Now, after putting in your audience or detailed targeting, you will be able to see your audience size here. And over here, you see a size for what? 10 million to 11 million persons. So this is basically the estimated reach. So if for any reason you want your ads to run in a particular location, you come over here, click on edit and put in Lagos, Abuja. If you want all the cities everywhere in Nigeria, just leave it at that. So it is not difficult at all. So as we go down, we can now go down there and see placement. What are placement? Placement basically is you setting up where you want these adverts to show up. Now there are so many placements or places where these ads can show. Now we'll click on what? Edit placement. Once you click on edit, you are going to see the manual placement. So while you're running your ads on Instagram, you want to choose this manual placement, and over here you see all the platforms that your ads can run on. Remember, we're running ads on Instagram, so we can click on what? Remove all of these, untick all of these, untick all of these. So we are running these ads for what? Instagram alone. So right now we have Instagram. So this is basically where you set up for your ads to run only on Instagram. Only on Instagram. It is very easy. It is not difficult at all. So over here, you are going to see that your ads will run on Instagram feed, your ads will run on Instagram Explore, ads will run on Instagram Home Explore page, and also will run on stories and reels. So after doing this, guys, you have successfully completed the second step of this ads account creation, which is what? The ad set setup. So guys, if you know you are enjoying the mind-blowing information I'm giving to you in this video, do well to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share this video so many other persons can get access to this mind-blowing video. So after doing this, the next thing we need to do is to go over and rename this ad set. Now, what are we using to rename this ad set? Remember, we did what? We targeted 18 to 40 years, and what people? People who are interested in web design. So I'll just go over here and put this as what? 18 to 40 years, and what? Web interested in web design. So this is an ad set that I've just created. So I will now duplicate this ad set and change some of these settings. After changing the settings, I will republish it. The ones that performs better is the one that I would leave to run. So now after doing that, I go over and click on next, and it takes me straight up to the next part, which is the ads section. Now this section carries what the user will see. So right now, guys, we are ready to set up the ads. So this ad section is you setting up what people would see on your advert. Very, very easy. Now the very first thing again you might want to do is to set up the ads name. Now I recommend we'll do it later. The very next thing is for you to bring in your Facebook page over here. Click on this and you'll be able to see your Facebook page, put it up, and then you need to bring in your what? Instagram account. Instagram account. So click the Instagram account and it's set up. The very next thing to do is this ad setup section. Now once you click on this drop down here, you will see that we have an opportunity to use an existing post. One, we have an option to create an ad itself or use the Creative Hub mockup. Now this existing post basically are posts that you already have on your Instagram account. It's just for you to go there and click on it for it to come up. And then this one for you to create a new ad. So let's create a new ad. We scroll down. After scrolling down, we click on what? Media, and click on add media. Now if we want to create a video ad, this is where we actually come and click on video. And if we want to create an image, we'll come here and click on add image. So here we have an option to upload the image. So I have an image that I already designed. So I go call up that image now. So here is the image that we'll be using for this ad. So when the image comes up here, we'll come here and click on next. So the very next thing that you will want to give attention to is to optimize your image very, very well. Now, you know that the way an image will display on a reel is different from the way an image will display on Instagram feeds and search results. So over here, you see the recommended display size, which is what we have, is going to display well. But this is on stories and reels. You see it is not displaying well. You see how it's displaying in the middle. So what we always recommend we do is that we design two images for the same purpose. Design one image for the regular feeds and design a second image for Facebook for stories and reels. So we'll come over here and click on replace to replace the image for reels with the aspect ratio or the size of reels that we have designed. So this is a pro tip for you to actually optimize how your ads is displayed to your viewer. So this is just a test ad, so I will not be doing any of that here. I'm just running this ad for test purposes. So I'll come over here and click on next, and then we do what? Optimize them all. Now if you want, you can actually add music. You can see music is added here and the rest of that. And we'll click on what? Done. So once you click on done, automatically you have input your media, and here you can see the preview. This is a preview of what it shows on reels, on feeds. This is a preview on what? Reels. And you see what I mentioned earlier, that the display will not be complete over here on reels. So you need to put an image that will be designed for reels. So guys, now we go over to the next section, which is where we put in the primary text. Now what does this primary text mean? This primary text basically is that write-up that comes with your advert. Yes, you need to optimize this primary text very, very well, because it is what they see that will actually motivate them or pummel them to take the action that you want them to take. So how can we do this? So I've already written something down, something short, because this is not a real ad, something short, and I go over and post this primary text here. I'm having it there. We'll now go down. We can now put in the headline of the ad. Now what is the headline? Again, it is something that is catchy, that would catch their attention for them to look at this post and take the action you want them to take. So what am I going to write? Let me just write, wait, perfect web design training. Yes. So perfect web design training, and here you can now see where you put in the button, which is the call to action. We have so many buttons to choose from, so choose the one that applies to what you want to promote. I can click on learn more and we're good to go. So over here is where we'll now put in the destination URL, the website where you want people to go to after when they click on the learn more button or shop now button that you are attaching to this ad. So this can be the link to your landing page, the link to your website, and the rest of them. So I'm just going to put in our website here. Yes, our website, vslconcept.com. So over here we can now put in the display link for this. You can decide to add a call extension on your website or not, but it's not really important. And down here we go over to tracking. Yes, this tracking section is where you now do what? Ensure that the people who are going to that landing page, their information is being tracked. All right? And guys, when you are done with this, the very next thing to do is to head on to do what? Rename these ads. So what name are we going to name these ads? Take for example, guys, I have this image ads that I have run, and I also want to run another video ad. I can just come over here and name this image ads. Okay, image ads. I'm going to show you exactly how to duplicate this and use it to create a video ad. And now image ads will go over, and the next thing we'll do is click on publish. So immediately after publishing your ad, you will see that your ad is showing processing over here. And when we go over to the ads manager page, the beginning part, you will see that your ad is in review. But remember I told you that there is a reason why we renamed this ad set as this, and the reason why we renamed this image ads as this. We are actually going to split tests. Now we have run these ads to people who are interested in web design. Are there other audiences that would want to split test? We can just come over here and click on what? Duplicate. Click on these three dots. And click on duplicate. So what are we trying to do? We are duplicating this setting for this campaign, creating another ad set for it, and we'll choose another audience that these same ads will display to. So I click on duplicate here. So over here we see interested in web design copy. So imagine that I actually want to now target a different age and a different audience. What would I do? Let me go over there and select the audience that I want to target. So I can come over here and click on motion graphics as an audience. It can be anything for you. So once you do that, you now go over here and remove that other web design that we have. So we now have an audience for what? Motion graphics, age 18 to 40. So I can now come here and do what? Rename this audience to what? Motion graphics instead of web design. 18 to 40, motion graphics. So this is how you can actually do your split testing and the rest of them. So click on publish, and this ad set is going to be duplicated. So guys, as you see, this ad set have been duplicated. So now we have the campaign, which is website design leads, the overall. Now we have one ad set here that is targeted towards 18 to 14 years motion graphics. Now under that ad set, we have the image ads under it. Now if you come here, you are going to see the second ad set, 18 to 40, interested in web design. Under that ad set, we have image ads under it. So I hope you see how we have been able to duplicate these ad sets. So you can actually do what? Target them differently. So now you understand what we mean by when you set a campaign budget, the budget will be splitted in all the ads. So the Facebook machine learning system looks at all these ads, which one is performing better, and invest most of the budget into that one. So I've just shown you how to duplicate the ad sets. Now, how about these ads that we have, image ads? Remember, what we designed or created here is an ad with that image. Can we also duplicate this and add a video to it? Yes. Come over here, do the same thing, click on duplicate, and you will be able to do what? Duplicate and add videos to your ad. So once you click on duplicate there, we'll come over here, choose one, and then we'll click on duplicate. So automatically it's going to create a copy of this ad for us. So over here, this one now will be named what? Video ads. So we have an image ad and we have a video ad. And as you see here, both of them falls under these ad sets. So you can decide to do the same thing for these other ad sets. So all your ad sets that are there, you can decide to do what? Set up multiple ads under one ad set. So now, let me briefly explain all that we have just done. The very first thing we did was to set up a campaign and name that campaign Website Design Leads. So after creating that campaign, we created two ad sets. Now the very first ad set was for what? 18 to 40 years motion graphics audience, and then 18 to 40 years interested in what? Web design. Now after creating those two ad sets, on this first ad set, we created one ad. What is the ad? Which is the image ad that we created. And on this second ad set, we created two ads. What are the two ads? Video ads and image ads. So this is basically how to professionally set up Instagram ads in a way that you get maximum results. Guys, are you appreciating the wonderful information I'm giving to you in this video? Do well to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and do well to turn on post notifications so you can get notified when we drop amazing videos like this. Guys, Instagram is just one aspect of social media marketing. Would you like to learn how to professionally run ads on Facebook? I have a video in the description below that shows you exactly step by step how to professionally run ads on Facebook. Watch that video and be mind blown. I'm very sure you saw when those three emojis popped up on your screen. Do well to be the first person to mention when those emojis popped and drop your answers in the comment section below, and you stand a chance to win a mind-blowing prize from us. Hey, make sure you watch that next video that will pop up now that talks about how to professionally run adverts on Facebook and also how to professionally set up your Facebook pixel. I can't wait but to see you in that video where I will blow your mind.